Good morning and welcome to JLJ this morning, live and in color. In color. Me, I'm James Lott Jr. Good morning. I have my coffee, trying to work it out. I'll see if I can open the chat room. If anybody wants to join me in chat, come on, join me in. While you're here, like, subscribe, comment. So this morning, I'll call her and I'll say like, I was minding my own business. And then she starts to laugh. I always have a story to tell. Like, I mind my own business. And then all of a sudden, like, something comes to me. I was looking at my life, and I think we all should do this every once in a while. We should just take a look at our lives and see how much drama you have in your life. Where it's from, where is it coming from, how much of it is you, how much of it is what you react to, how much is what's going on. Now, I'm not saying this to have like I have some ego or I'm the best thing since sliced cheese. My life is just wonderful. I'm just saying I don't have a lot of drama. I just really don't. And I don't count like everyday things. Like I have aches and pains and stuff goes on, little things like that. But in terms of like I'm involved in any family drama or friend drama, we don't have any. I had a thing come up recently that it wasn't even like it was like a situation, but I didn't escalate it to where I was like telling the whole family, get everybody involved. You know, people like that. That happens where so-and-so tells so-and-so, tells so-and-so, tells so-and-so, tells so-and-so, and all of a sudden everybody's talking about it and it gets back to them. And I didn't do that. This is a situation with a cousin of mine, and I told my brother and my mom and a couple of people, and that was it. Made my decision. I'm not going to be involved in whatever drama is going on. So I looked at that because I remember looking at that. Hi, Nathan Banks. I know who you are. I had to look at my life and go, well, what is it that's different? Why don't I have a lot of drama? And I noticed a lot of it is mindset, and acceptance. Acceptance is a big thing. It really is. Accepting people for who they are, accepting people where they are, accepting situations, your reaction to stuff, because it's hard. It's hard if you grow up in a family of gossip and trauma. Hello, Kirsten, and where you're always everybody's business. Then you're caught up in drama. It happens. I mean, when you have that, you go through it all the time. It's hard to come out of it. Hi, Christy. It's true, isn't it? It's like when because a lot of us we grew up in it. You know, the aunties are talking, the mom, everybody's talking, everybody's gossiping, cousin. You know, and for a lot of people, it's just accepted. It's accepted this way. It's accepted as it's normal. When you have family, you have drama. So of course, it's normal. And I'm just thinking that's not normal. There are a lot of things that aren't normal, and it's a lot of times it's making decisions you don't want to make. Sometimes it's making decisions you're scared to make. And I've made some decisions, and I've been called, names and accused of things for making certain decisions to save myself. I just can't do drama. I just can't do it. I just don't. And I'm too busy. I think part of it also for me is I'm super busy. Like I have so many things going on. I'm not sitting at home with nothing to do or invest in everybody else's business because I have so much stuff going on for myself. I think that helps a little bit for me. Even like little work dramas that happen, like a PR person does this or an actor doesn't show up. People are like, well, you're not really mad. I'm like, I can't get mad. I mean, I get mad at the moment going, like, so example, an actor doesn't show up. I had an actor not show up last night. I sent multiple emails, reminders, they didn't show up. Luckily, it was one scene they were in. But I was forced to make a decision. I could have been very dramatic and like, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you here? What's going on? I could have call you, what's going on? And then, I could escalate to something really big. But the newer me says, no, look at it. Look at the story. Well, that person just misses out on being on another episode. That person has chosen not to show up to the show for whatever reason. I wasn't a priority. But I can't get mad at that either. So I just have to go, okay, that's just what it is. I have a deadline. I need to finish this episode now. So I had several choices. I could recast the role for the episode, give someone else a chance. What I decided to do is cut it out, cut the scene out. It doesn't hurt the story. And I looked at the 2 episodes beforehand. So where she ends her story for the season, it actually works out fine. So we have a place for her. So if the next season starts, we know where to pick up. So her character is literally set. But see, I took my time, I stayed calm, I looked at the situation, I fixed it. And so now I'm still on time. Because again, it's back to me. I'm going to, they inconvenience me. Why am I going to inconvenience me? They did already. I'm not going to add on to myself. So, but I didn't make any drama. Right. It is what it is. Let's fix it, move on. I'm a problem solver. Let's fix it, move it on. And so that's what I did. I fixed it and I'm okay. I'm happy with it. It's not the exact vision I wanted. And I had to let go of that because I used to get pissed because I'm like, I have a certain vision. Why is it not happening the way I want to? I just get so upset, and that's where the drama comes. But now I'm learning to kind of roll with the punches a little more and go, okay, well, can I still get my vision kind of out there? And can it still work? Yes, I can. And I can still stand by the product and go, it still accomplishes what I want, and I'm good. So that's just one example. I'm not in. I have my world is like a conveyor belt. I have this stuff going on. I have deadlines. I just don't have time for shenanigans. So you're gonna do what you want. I have to figure out how to handle it, and that's where a lot of drama comes from. People handling it a certain way, right? And so I move on, but also I make decisions too while I'm doing it. I go, okay, well, I can't trust you. There's an actor I had for a show 3 times, never showed up. 2 different shows, 3 times. I gave him 3 chances. Now I'm done. I haven't even contacted him. I haven't said, I didn't do a big thunderous explanation to him, nothing. I just haven't said anything. And if one day he had the answers, he didn't say anything to me either. So one day if he comes back and says something, then maybe I'll say something. I don't know, but I've moved on. I've recast the role. I've moved on. It is what it is. I'm a lot of family drama. I talk to a lot of family. I keep a lot of my family at distance. I don't know what's going on in their lives. I don't even miss it. I don't even care. I don't say, for some people it may sound bad. I just don't. The people who are in my life, my family, are in my life, and they add to my life, and they're great. And I'm not involved in all of their stuff. Everybody's living their lives. They're doing their thing. You don't need me on top of you telling you what to do or you shouldn't do that. I have conversations with people in my family. Ones I talk to here and there. That's different. You're in a conversation. Let me ask for your advice. Like, well, James, what do you think? Or cousin James, what do you think? I'll tell them what I think. But for the most part, it's your business. I stay out of your business. It's none of my business. You want to get married 10 times? That's your business. That's none of my business. I have no investment. You're not affecting me personally. You're not affecting me financially. You're not affecting me. Like that's your business. I was guys can hear that there's all of a sudden beeping over there. I don't know what's going on. That just starts some drama. Yeah, no. But it's just like I have friends who have these huge families. I have a big family. I'm just not involved with them. I've cut a lot of people. I have no shame about that. And I'm happy about it. There are times when every once in a while I go, God, I wish I had more of this or that, but I know if I had more of this and that, it would come with more problems. I don't want to take on everybody else's stuff. I don't want to be involved in everybody's gossip. It's like that's their business. I just don't have time for that. I know it doesn't add to my life. And you're doing things that I may not agree with. That's fine. I don't even bother. Now, like I said, I have family members. I do talk to a few that are fine. We're great. We talk. We have a good time. We see each other. We fill each other's lives. Like, but it's not where I'm on top of them. And and everything is going. I mean, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I just don't. There's a lot of people in the world. I can't pay attention to all of their stuff, and I'm trying to take care of my stuff and my immediate family circle that I'm trying to handle. I just don't have the bandwidth, and I don't have the desire, and I don't have the time. And I'm very open about that. I just don't have it. I do a lot of stuff. I'm an anomaly for some people. I work a lot. I have a lot of stuff going on. So I'm not sitting around thinking about things, or I have plenty of time to go, visit so and so and hear about all their drama. I just don't have that. I always have compassion for people, and I want them to always be well and always be good and always be okay. I always want them to make right decisions and have things. Now, there are things that happen that just happen, right? There are things that are out of control. Someone dies, or someone has a major accident, acts of God, something happens, and your house is flooded. That's why I don't count stuff like that. That stuff's a little different. Even with that, you still what is how you respond to that stuff too is also still paramount. But it's something they happen, and you're like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, and that's a whole different story. But I don't keep in touch with like my 10th cousins 5 times removed. I'm not in everybody else's in-laws business. I'm like, and it's funny because like I said, again, I'm minding my own business. I'm on my own path. And I have people in my life who will all of a sudden try to bombard me with something. And I'm like, oh, or I call and talk to them and all they have is drama. It's just constant drama. You're like, wow, really? There's nothing great. It's just all drama. I know we all know people like that, where it's just they're in constant state of turmoil. I'm like, how do you live that way? And I learned a lot of times you get used to it. Oddly enough, you get used to it. You do. I used to have a lot of drama when I was younger. You get used to it. You don't like it on some level, but you're used to it. It becomes your identity, becomes your story, becomes everything. You're just like, you live it. And time goes by fast. It's already September, basically. Today's August 31st. It's basically September. You can have drama all 9 months this year, 8 months this year. And for the next 4 months. It's so interesting. And I've had to learn over the last 4 or 5 years. I had health issues and stuff. I was like, I had to calm down the stress, and start cutting people out. And then when people who are in my life who I love and that I talk to every once in a while, whatever, I have to also still limit even that contact sometimes. Or sometimes I let people vent. They'll vent. They'll tell me all this stuff. I go, okay, but then I just brain dump it out. Because I don't want to take it all on. I don't want to take it all in and on. I'm there to be present. I'm always very present with people. I'm there present. I'm here to hear you. You talk. I'm here to talk. I talk, do all this stuff. And then after we're done, I release it out to the wild and let it go. Pray for you. Hope everything works out. But I'm not taking it on. Because some people need somebody to talk to sometimes. That's very, very just true. And then when I have the time and I have the energy, I can be a person you can talk to. A lot of my friends know usually you can call me, and I usually will set aside time to talk to you. And again, I'm very present. I'm not like doing 10 things at once while I'm listening to you. I'll listen to you, and make suggestions. Sometimes people just want to talk. They don't really want suggestions. I try to read the room. Sometimes they do want to talk and want suggestions. I do that and then I let it go. That's the skill I've had to learn as a life coach. I had to learn that too, not to take things on and just go, okay, well, don't be so detached, but just be like, you're present, you're there, but it's not your drama. So why take it on? Just wish them well and hope that they get the drama goes away. Yeah, I don't have any friend drama. I don't have any dating drama. I mean, dating anything, but dating drama. I just refuse to have any of that stuff. I'm just like, I know who you are. I know where you're at. I try to meet you there, whatever that means. I try not to judge. I try, and it's hard. I'm shady. I judge. It's not easy. But you have to learn. Like some of your friends are certain kinds of types of friends, and some of them I realize it's an occasional conversation on the phone once every 6 months. And you know what? I'm fine. I had to learn how to be okay with that. And sometimes it is okay because in 6 months you talk, you have the best conversation for like 3 hours. You have your old jokes, you laugh and joke, and then you watch your business. That's fine. I'll take that. Nowadays in this society, we have so much bad stuff going on. I'll take anything positive I can get. Anything positive, I'll take it. We have to let it go. We have enough of our own stuff. We don't need to carry our own stuff around us also. It's so true. They're always going to do what they want to do in the end anyway. That's true too. It's hard when you're a parent, a grandparent, because then that's always a test. And I've had to learn to let go and let God, literally, and let them do what they want, because that part is hard too. I have two very strong daughters who have their own brains, which of course that's what we raised them to be that way. We want them to be that way. So I've had to learn that they're setting their lives up the way they want to. I set my life up the way I wanted to, so why can't they, right? They've chosen the partners they've chosen for a reason they've chosen for, and they raise their kids the way they decide to raise them. So I don't say a lot. I say a few things here and there, but I don't say a lot. I let it go. I know my place. I kind of find out what my place is in all this. Sometimes it's like talking to a wall. Sometimes you feel like you're saying something or you realize they don't care about certain things, so you let it go. And the draw part comes in when you start to question and make them feel the way you feel. Like that, all that stuff. I'm not doing all that. Nah, not doing any of that. So friendships, relationships, family ships, all those words, I've had to learn, what that means. And sometimes it does feel lonely. Sometimes I'll admit that. But I like it versus being in drama, versus being with somebody who says one thing to your face and then there's something else behind your back, or not even behind your back. They do something else online. Social media is out there for everybody, and they're saying they love you or whatever, and then online they're posting all these things against you. So I'm not gonna do that. And there are folks who just come in and out. They're around, they disappear. What's going on with them? It's like, okay, have at it. You're away for a while. Have a good time. Good luck to you. I'm just not gonna chase around. And so I said a lot of times I was waiting to come back around. And there's folks in my life that we don't have. I mean, there's no issue whatsoever. And I know it has nothing to do with me. They have no issues with me. We just are not close. And some people, my family I talk to, is literally strictly online. They're strictly online. They comment on some of my stuff. I comment on some of their stuff. That's it. And I actually learned to be okay with that too. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You're my cousin, or you're my this. Okay, that's fine. We're never going to hang out together. We're never going to get together in person. That's fine. I've had to learn that too. I have no illusions anymore. And I had this whole thing. I wanted this huge family. We're all together. And a lot of people that I cared about my family are dead. Literally just died. They died. So those folks are gone. So what I have left over are people that I'm like, some I didn't care about, some I didn't really know, and some I do like, but I'm not really that hooked. And the same with them with me. They're not that. They may like me and think I'm a nice person or care about me on some level, but they're not hooked on me either. It's like, it's like, the world's revolve around me, and it doesn't revolve around them. The world just evolves. So I've had to learn that also. And again, it took me years to come here. I didn't just wake up one day and go, oh, I got it. It took me a while to get there. And I'm glad I got there because my life is less stressful. And I just feel bad for folks who are just always have stress going on. I just say, and every time you talk to somebody, it's just this and this and this and uncle this and cousin this and that. I'm just like, wow, I don't know how you keep all that up, because I just like, I'm tired just listening to it. I come to my house, it's quiet, and hey, I have my little things with my brother sometimes and here and there, but other than that, I'm like, nope. I'll sit here in my house alone, which I did for 90 days last year during the pandemic. I'll take it, I guess. Well, thank you. I look fabulous. I just woke up, so my eyes are not even like. I think I washed my face. I took my pills and washed my face. But I'm like, ugh, I haven't even showered yet. I decided to have my coffee. And so I got this. I love my mug from Nick Pomaskino. He's a great guy. He was drinking out of these. Try not to suck, it's what it says. I love it. I try not to suck. It does take a lot of work, but it is worth it. I'm telling you. It's just I get texts and emails things all the time about something happening to somebody. I'm like, who's that? What's going on? I mean, I don't pay attention. You see somebody. And here's the other thing too. So I don't scroll. Let me take this back. Probably twice a week, I actually scroll through social media. I usually don't. I'm so busy posting on social media. I post a lot of stuff, and I'm busy. It's all for work. It's all I'm trying to post and curate my pages. I have like 1 million pages, so I'm busy just posting. If I see something immediately, because sometimes you'll see something immediately, that's when I'll retweet it and check it, whatever. But actual scrolling through, that's once or twice a week. I say once a week for sure, twice maybe. That I'll actually lay in bed or sit on it somewhere and actually scroll through. I don't. And that's people say, you see this? No, I didn't see that. You see my thing? No. And the algorithms are set up, so weird too, where if you don't, I guess, interact enough, they won't show you certain people. So that I really don't see anything. You know, and if I don't do it enough, and then I don't see anybody's stuff. So it's weird. And they're always updating these apps, and it's like, oh, it's just too much. But yeah, a lot of things I don't know. I'm like, I didn't see that. I'm not paying attention to that. Okay, who's that? I don't know. I do a lot of brain dumping. I have so much information that I have to deal with on a daily basis that I can't hold on to stuff. I gotta let it go. I just gotta let it go. But no, I don't see that much. Sorry, folks. I just don't. Anybody have family watching, I'm like, I don't see all your stuff. I see some of your stuff occasionally. And I'm a TikToker. So usually by the time I see TikToks people send me, it takes me like I'm going through like 20 each. I'm not scrolling on TikTok either. Films, 5555555. Good morning. So anybody's like, did you see this? I'm always like, no, I didn't see that. Did you hear this? No, I didn't hear that. Some things that are trending. I get a few, but sometimes I'll go, did you hear about the trending? Like latest was the Madonna Janet Jackson thing. I wasn't even paying attention, so I didn't hear it. But then after my brother told me about it, then I saw it. I made a comment, of course. Madonna is the queen of pop, sorry. But that was, like once, twice a week, then I'll look for the trending, see what's trending. There was a thing about Victor Newman. Didn't know that was going on either. And I finally saw it and I commented because I'm friends with Eric Braden. And so I didn't know it either. Some things are fun. Some things that I'm not paying attention to that someone shows me, they are fun. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a nice one. But usually it's all just about some drama of some sort. It's a lot of bad news. I just don't have time for that either. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll be alone the rest of my life. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want drama. And I just don't want it. So, and I like people on some level. I do. But it's just kind of like I had to protect myself and preserve myself so I can do all things that I do and still be here and alive and not my face paralyzed, things like that. So, yes. Last year, JLJ this morning. Hopefully this sounds too dramatic today. No. It's Tuesday. Have a good day. Last day of August. We're heading into September. Fall is on its way, which is my favorite times of the year. It's still, well, today it's overcast in LA, so it's not that hot, but it's been hot here. But I'm ready. I just got a message from El Pollo Loco saying they have a 12 for 12 leg thigh meal. Okay. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I want all that yet. But anyway, you can follow me at JLJ this morning. Ow, my ear is itching. On Facebook or Twitter. You can follow me at James Jr. Everywhere else. What's going on today? I have new interviews out. A lot of Black folks today. Interviewed my first Black male insurance guy, Mark Todd, for the IAB Cal Voices. I interviewed a wonderful Black woman who has a company in Pennsylvania. Her name is Javati Crawford. That's for the SOS show at James Jr. It's out today. And then, oh yeah, I have a new episode of Fairview Heights. Second to last episode of the season. That's out today too, audio. Everyone, please take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Look out for yourselves.